Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Karina from Diem Thrift. If you are new here, welcome. I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And I did some fun things this weekend. I did actually 2 pop-up markets and I did a little bit of vlogging, so I'm going to show you some snippets of everything that went down. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to do a little bit of an overview and share with you guys my experience. If that sounds interesting to you guys, stay tuned. Hey everybody, I am here at my very first pop-up. I'm just setting up. It's about to start in about 30 minutes, but I had to send Charlie to go and grab another rack and some of my other things, but I thought I would give you a little like before picture and see how it looks so far. I am so freaking excited. It is Black Friday. I'm hoping a lot of people show up, but I'm not 100% sure what it's gonna be like. This is my first time doing a pop-up market. But yeah, very excited. So let's show you a little bit of what the booth looks like right now, and then I will show you again later when it is all set up. So here's an overall. It is not that cute, honestly. I'm gonna put 2 racks back there and have all my clothes up there. And then I honestly didn't bring that much because I wasn't sure about like how the show out was gonna be, how many people are gonna show up. But I have this table here, and then I have this table here where I have my stickers, and I'm gonna have some information on like consigning with me, because that's the main thing that I wanted to use this for. But yeah, I'm gonna have my racks there, and then I have a little mirror. This is the before. Like I said, nothing exciting, but here's an overview of some of the other booths that are already here, and then some people still need to set up, but very excited to see how today goes. And here it is in all of its glory. I know it's not anything great. I didn't bring that many things because I wasn't sure, but now it feels kind of empty. So at least now I know for next time to bring more stuff. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I have my rug that Charlie made for me. And we had a mirror, but it literally just fell because of the wind and broke. But this is everything. I wanted to have a little like incentive for people to shop, so nothing is over $25. And I tagged everything. I have a bunch of Free People bralettes that I'm running a little sale on, 2 for $20. I have a bunch of, or not bunch, some shoes, and then all of my clothes. I mainly selected things that were new with tags. So like I have like Sanctuary, this is Lucky Brand, I have a crap ton of Free People. It's actually a majority Free People. This is, let me see, where's the tag on this? Here is some Charlie Holiday, some Capulet, and just some cute things that I think people could gift. I got my helping crew right here, Charlie and Ryan. Can you say hi? And they're gonna help me out today. So yeah, very proud of this, even though it's nothing crazy. This is just the start, hopefully, to more little pop-up markets. We're about an hour in, and it's been pretty dead, but I just made my first sale, so I'm very excited. Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit more. Luckily I didn't have to pay for this booth or anything, so it's all profit. But yeah, I've never been more happy for $25. I made my first sale. I'm so happy. Quick little update. We're almost done. I believe there's like 45 minutes left until the market's over. I've had 2 customers all day. I've sold a total of about like $70, so not a lot at all. But honestly, it was a very good learning experience. I think that this like particular market that I started at wasn't the best. I actually just signed up to do another one tomorrow possibly, so maybe I might connect like both of those in one vlog for you guys. We'll see. I just sent Charlie over there to get the paperwork and everything. They're not 100% sure if they can let me in tomorrow. It might be for next week, but we'll see how that goes. Kind of excited, but I've met some cool people and I've met some other local business owners, so all in all, I'd say it was a good experience. Definitely didn't make that much money. I actually made more on Poshmark while I've been here than I did at this market. It's totally fine. I had a blast, and I know now what I need to change for the next time. But let's do another little overview. I kind of changed the setup because I wanted people to walk up to the booth, which has kind of been helping. I just moved everything over on this side, and then this is kind of where we've been hanging out. But yeah, I haven't had any sales from this. I thought this was going to be a good seller, but not doing too great. Otherwise, I think if I do a market tomorrow or when my next market is, I'm going to definitely fill my racks up a little bit more. I didn't bring as much inventory as I should have, but that is it. I'm not mad at it. Done. We are all packed up. I don't even know if you can tell, but my whole car is freaking full. And that's it. The show's over. I'm so happy that I did this. It wasn't the best. I literally made like $60. I had 2 sales, but you know what? For a first time, I feel like that's fine. And I did sign up for a market tomorrow. I have to be there at 8 a.m. So right now I'm just gonna go home, unload the car, and then find more inventory. I'm gonna bring more inventory because I spoke to some of the other vendors who are going to be at the market tomorrow, and they said that it should be a lot busier than this one. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I don't know what else I gotta do. I have a smaller space too, so I have to really plan out what it's gonna be like. But this is all seriously just like a learning experience, and I'm hoping that, I don't know, I can just make some good sales from it, because my sales haven't been that great this month. I mean, I did make a few because I ran a sale for Black Friday, 50% off my closet, and actually while I was doing the pop-up market, I made a little over like $300 on Poshmark, which is great. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me for this market was to make connections with other vendors and with other people in the community to do more of these like pop-up markets, and also to get more consignment clients. I actually met a few other business owners, other vendors who have, we chatted a little bit about doing some collaborations. Like there was a photography studio that was talking about help doing some styling for some of their shoots. There was another small business who made like a bunch of different products like skincare and things like that, and I bought a few things from her, but she was so sweet, and she was like, I love your business and I feel like we should collab on something or do like a pop-up market together, and that just like made me so happy. So yeah, I'm just, even though I didn't make a lot of money from this, I feel like it was a win. I look at any opportunity or any situation as like, how did I benefit from it? How did I learn from it? Or how did I grow from it? And that's just what I'm looking at this as. Plus, it was like really catered to kids. So Ryan was able to go around. She got like a picture taken with Mrs. Claus, and she got to play with some animals. Like there was a baby cow. I didn't get to see it, but she played with the baby cow and did a whole bunch of games and things. So it's definitely a fun way to spend the day instead of you know, stress over Black Friday sales. But really excited about tomorrow. Gotta go home and do some prepping. This is definitely not how I expected to spend my weekend, but I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be fun, and hopefully, yeah, I'm hoping that tomorrow I can make some more sales. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everybody, it's day 2. I hope you can hear me. There is some music playing in the background, so I can't talk for too long. But I'm all set up at my second pop-up shop of the weekend, and I wanted to show you guys my booth. We haven't even technically opened yet, but I already made 1 sale, so I'm already feeling like better vibes than yesterday. Let me show you really quick how my booth looks here. So I have this little corner space because I literally called yesterday and got in last minute. but I brought a bunch more stuff, so I loaded up my racks a little bit more and I added more shoes, and we will see how today goes. Again, I need to step up my booth setup because it could definitely be cuter than this, but we're working with what we got. Here are some of the other vendors. I bought stuff from her yesterday. I love this one here. It's like plants, definitely my vibe. Look who came to hang out with me. So today is a little bit better than yesterday. I've made quite a bit more sales than yesterday, so that's awesome, but I'm still not like making enough to justify maybe coming back next week. I'm not sure yet, but there's still, I think like, yeah, there's still like 3 more hours, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just wondering if maybe like in the next couple weeks more people are going to be coming because it's like closer to Christmas, or maybe like people didn't know about today, but we'll see how it goes and I'll show you guys more of what is going on in a bit. So there's only about like an hour left and it has died. I don't think I'm going to be coming back to this, unfortunately, but it was a good experience. I'm currently eating one of these, let me see if I can show you, Verb bars. Much caffeine as an espresso, which is crazy. Definitely need this to get through today because one coffee was not enough. But if you guys want to check out Verb and check out all of the different flavors that they have of energy bars, I will link them down below. It is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase from it, I really appreciate it. Thank you. But seriously, I've been eating these like around my midday snack instead of getting like a second coffee or making myself a second coffee, and it has just been powering me through the days. So definitely a great little snack to have if you are working or even just like thrifting on like a sourcing day or something. Just a nice little snack to have in your purse. But anyway, we are almost done. I made about as much as I made yesterday, and yesterday was 3 hours and this is like I think around 6 hours. So yeah, when I get home, I'm gonna do like a whole better rundown of how my experience is and just like my overall thoughts. And I did do a little bit of shopping, so I'll show you guys all the stuff that I bought later when I get home. But anyway, let's power through. We got 1 more hour. Let's go. So as you can see, I don't even know if I had expectations for how this whole thing was gonna go. Like I said, this was my first time doing anything like this, but I thought it would be a little bit busier. I mean, the first day was 3 hours, it was outdoor, it was on Black Friday, and I didn't realize this until we got there, but the market was catered more towards kids. There was a petting zoo, there were a bunch of games for kids, you could take a picture with Mrs. Claus, and so like my daughter had a lot of fun. Her and my fiance hung out with me the whole day, and yeah, they had a blast. They were just playing and doing all the winter activities, so that was great. I also met a bunch of people, and that's actually how I learned about the market yesterday. A lot of the vendors who were at the first market were telling me that like this isn't how it normally is, it's not usually this slow, it's usually better than this, and they told me to sign up for the one that was at the Civic Auditorium, which is the one I did yesterday. So I called them up last minute, literally 30 minutes before they closed, and asked if they still had a spot open for me. Luckily they did, and so I ended up going to that one the next day. The second one was from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It was indoors and it was way bigger. It was 2 floors of vendors. There was a whole bunch going on, but it was the first day of this market, and the market is going to be every Saturday until Christmas. So I don't know if it was just because it was the first day or what, but there wasn't that many people. I mean, it was definitely more than the first market that I went to, but it wasn't what I typically expect from like holiday markets. Usually the ones that I go to are really packed. It could also be because I'm in like a really small town. But anyway, just to give you guys a little overview of like how much I made and all of that, because I know that that's what a lot of people are wondering. The first day there was no fee for the booth or anything. I didn't have to pay anything, so that was great. I made $70. I had 2 sales, so I mean, not great. And it was actually funny because I was also running my 50% off sale on Poshmark, and I ended up making over $300 within those 3 hours that I was at the market, but on Poshmark, and then $70 at the actual pop-up. So yeah, Poshmark definitely won that round. Now yesterday I had more customers. I had 4 sales and I made $75. So yeah, not great. And I will say that one of the customers was my fiance's grandma, who came to show some support, and I really appreciate her. She's amazing and she always supports me in everything that I do, so I was very, very thankful for that. But yeah, so it wasn't great, especially considering the fact that it was like over twice as long as the first market, and I made essentially the same amount of money, and I had to pay $25 for this booth spot. So I don't know, it wasn't great, and I feel like a lot of people weren't in the clothing shopping vibe or clothing shopping mood. There were a lot of makers and a lot of other small businesses. The woman next to me was making baskets and doing like a bunch of hand knit stuff, and they were beautiful. She was having a few customers. The other one next to me, they were making little rice bags that you heat up. I bought one from them, but I left it in my car. I was gonna show you. I bought some other stuff from some other makers too, so I wanted to show you guys that a little bit later. But yeah, a lot of the things were handmade, and I think people didn't really understand what my booth was. The thing is, I didn't want to spend a lot of money like making it look really nice, because first of all, I didn't want to go into debt to do a pop-up that I wasn't really sure about, and second, I didn't know how much money I was gonna make, so I didn't want to put all this money in and, well, again, like be in debt, and which, you know, if I had spent a lot of money, I would have. I did have to buy business cards, and I bought like a couple little things, like little sign holders from like the dollar store. I think in total I spent $25 on like my prep stuff, because I had everything else at home. I had my tables and my racks and all of that. Again, my booth wasn't the cutest. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it. I mean, it was functional, but it was kind of empty. I've seen other booths, obviously, that have had like way better setups than me, and if in the future I do this again, I would love to have really cute ones, but I would want to make sure that I'm putting money in and going to get money back during the event. Now, I posted on Instagram also that I met a lot of people and did a lot of networking during these events, which is great. On the first event that I went to, the woman in the booth next to me was a photographer, and she owns like a photography studio locally, and we kind of chatted a little bit about potentially working together on styling some of her clients, which would be such an amazing opportunity, and I'm very happy that I met her, because that was also her first pop-up kind of experience, and she kind of wanted to do more of like the networking aspect of it as well. But yeah, I don't think I ever would have met her or gotten an opportunity like that had I not, you know, done that experience. I also did hand out a lot of my consignment flyers and business cards to people walking around and other vendors, just so that they know that like I'm here, that this is what I do, and all of that. So I mean, it just really depends. I guess I put in about $50, let's just say. I invested $50 into this networking experience, which is how I'm gonna look at it. And I met some cool people. I met some other business owners. I even met another person who found me on Instagram and came to the pop-up to come say hi to me, and she purchased something from me. So Grace, if you're watching this, I'm so happy we met, and I'm so thankful that you even came out to meet me, because there are no like resellers in my area. There's no other people, at least to my knowledge, that do what I do near me. So it's really, really, really awesome when I meet people in person, because I do live in a tiny town where I don't have many friends out here, to say the least. But anyway, that was kind of like my overall experience. I did get a lot of people asking if it was worth it. Now, you can see from my numbers, not worth it if you are intending to make sales, but I think that getting kind of brand recognition and just like networking with other people, this is a very great way to do it, especially since, you know, as resellers and people who work from home a lot, we don't really get that social connection very often. Now, I will say though, people aren't really shoppers near me. There's not really anywhere to shop around here. But if you do live in like a bigger city where your markets have a lot more foot traffic and you see at your markets that people are buying things, then that might be worth it. You don't really know until you try, and that's why I really wanted to try this out. But don't just like learn from my experience, because mine is kind of, for lack of a better word, niched. I live in a small town where people don't really shop, and I don't know, I feel like people were kind of weirded out that I had a sign that said new and gently used, even though majority of the stuff that I pulled was brand new stuff that I bought from wholesalers. I don't know, you just kind of have to feel your crowd out. You can't just assume that because it didn't work out for me that it's not going to work out for you. I would encourage you guys to try it out if you can. Try to go to these kinds of like pop-up markets and flea markets, follow them on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever, and just ask around and see how you can become a part of one of those things if there are any requirements. I did have to get business insurance for this. I didn't have it in the past, but it's definitely something that I should have had. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind as well. Like I said, I'm very thankful that I was given the opportunity to be a part of this. I'm really happy that I took the opportunity and learned what it is like. I do have another market coming up in the middle of December at my yoga studio, and I'm really excited about that one. I feel like the people that come in to shop there are a little bit more of like my target customer and people who are kind of more in line with what I do, so I feel like that one might be a little bit better. But I would love to do these again in the future, maybe in a different city. I've talked about possibly doing the one that I did yesterday again, but switching things up a little bit and maybe sharing a booth with Charlie and he can like sell his rugs or something. But I'm in contact with like the woman who runs that, and she told me to let her know if I want to do it again. I'm debating. I'm taking all of today to kind of just like recoup and just kind of organize my life. But yeah, it's a lot of work, minimal payout. I feel like my town just isn't the place for these kinds of things, at least as a reseller. If you're like a handmade person or like, you know, make crafts and stuff, then that's probably more up their alley. But yeah, like I said, try it for yourself. If it's something that you've been wanting to do, we'll just ask around, see if you know any other local businesses who are doing pop-ups, and see how you can be a part of it. Now I'm going to show you guys all the cool little things that I bought at the markets. There's actually not a lot. I didn't buy too much because, like I said, I didn't make a lot of money. I didn't want to just blow it all, but I was tempted because there were some pretty cool things. So the first thing is actually this wax melt, which I had to go out and buy a freaking the little stand to melt these anyway, but I smelled this and I was obsessed. Let me see if I can give you this person's, yeah, so they do have a Shopify if you want to check out their shop. This is their info here. So I got the goji berry and hemp scent. I was about to say flavor. It's not a flavor, but it smells so good and I'm so excited to try it out. It's just so fruity and lovely, and it's like this really pretty like light green color. But yeah, that's the first thing I got. I think I paid like $3 for this, which is crazy. So much cheaper than a candle. She included this little, like, I think these are also wax melts, and the little bag is a bear and the flavor is Fruit Loops. It's a cute little gift to give your customers. But yeah, that's the first thing I bought. The second thing I bought is probably my favorite. It is by the brand Moonbeam Daydream, and she's another woman-owned local business here in the Dalles. She sells online as well. I don't have her card, but I'll try to put her info up right here, and I'll link all of these down in the description box if you want to check them out. But this is the Blue Sky Mind Meditation Magic Mist. And it says, gather yourself with 3 deep breaths, spritz liberally around the body and surrounding space to ground your spirit and fortify your intentions. This has Palo Santo, sage, patchouli, and clear quartz. And it's this like, hopefully you can see that, it's blue and it's like shiny and it's got little crystals inside. And I love it. All of her stuff, her packaging on all of her products is absolutely gorgeous. So check her out if you guys are looking for some holiday gifts. Check out her website. So freaking cute, and it smells amazing. But yeah, when I was like getting a bunch of anxiety yesterday and just kind of stressing out a little bit, I was just spraying this all over me and just being like, okay, calm down, let's breathe, let's just relax a little bit, it's gonna be okay. And okay, the last thing that I got is from knottedup.is, and I think you can see her info right there. Another local woman of color owned, Latina owned business. I saw this and I died because I've seen things like this on Etsy and I've been wanting one, but I don't know, I just didn't ever pull the trigger because it's one of those things that you love but you don't need. But I had to buy this because I've never seen one actually in person, and so I was extremely tempted. But look at this. Please tell me you know what this is. She was telling me that a lot of like customers were coming up and saying like, oh, what a beautiful owl. It is not an owl, it is boobies, and I think this is so freaking cute. She had a bunch of different like macrame products. She had keychains, even like dog leashes and other wall hanging. She had ornaments, and I thought this was so freaking cute, so I had to snatch it up. I'm gonna hang this in my office somewhere, but I love it so much. I think it's adorable. But yeah, that is everything that I bought. That is my whole experience at my pop-up markets. Let me know if you guys want me to vlog the next one that I'm doing again. Hopefully it's a little bit more exciting than the ones that I just did. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I took a week off of videos. I was just kind of overwhelmed with traveling and everything. But I'm back and I'm debating doing some kind of vlogmas situation. Probably not every day because that's a lot. Maybe like weekly vlogs or something. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in watching. If you guys have any other questions about pop-up shops or anything, leave them down in the comments or message me on Instagram and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye!